Hello everyone, my name is Syrian.
And I'm here.
Wow, and we are MuStudios. I know I said I was gonna take the night off.
But you lied.
I guess I lied, huh? But I was gonna edit the last two live streams into a video. Iro, what's up? And there's been a lot of Starfield news coming out today. I kind of told you a little bit of it.
Not really.
Not really. We're
Okay.
16 days away from the early access launch, which that's when we're gonna get it. The game's ready to go, and there was a developer Q&A on Discord with like 16 questions. They're a little out of order. It was funny, so I'm gonna show you that in a second. Bam, there it is. Discord. Look at this. We got questions and answers to go to. I know it's a little small, but if the camera's in the way, by the way, I apologize. So, can we buy houses or property in main cities? Will said, yep, there's houses in different cities that the player can get. Some you have to purchase and some are rewards for specific quests. Oh.
Skyrim.
Yeah, that's what I thought of too. So, I didn't know that they would be rewards.
I was just going to steal a house. Like, if you kill the person that lives there, is it your house?
What
yeah.
if? That would be...
Yeah, it is.
Like taking a ship? That'd be pretty fun. So Emil said, sure can. You can purchase a dwelling in all major cities in the game. And there's at least one that you can get specifically from completing something. So the same thing that Will said. And then people started asking questions. I guess they didn't lock the questions in time. So simple question to start out with. Let's go to question number 2. If we get the kid stuff trait, will our parents be generated based on the character's looks, or are there standard parents put in place? What benefits might there be?
Oh, they're thinking deep about this.
I know, right? So Will said, our programmers on our new face tech were excited to make a function that could try to match your custom face and then create the two parents.
That was a planted question.
I know, right?
They wanted to talk about that. There is no way someone asked, hey, will my parents look like the character I made?
Oh, look, it actually shows who asked them. Okay.
And I'm saying...
I was just about to say, like, do they show who asked the questions?
I'm saying bots, plants.
Oh, I mean, nowadays, I could believe it. Anyway, I'll finish reading and talk about what I wanted to add on to that. So they are based on what the characters look like, although the specific math involved is a bit beyond me. We have similar tech in previous games. So Skyrim. Well, no, not Skyrim, because they talk about it. Emil said, just as we did in Fallout 3 with your dad and in Fallout 4 with your son, in Starfield, if you take the kid stuff trait, your parents will be based off of you. No spoilers, but I think fans will really appreciate the actors we got to play those roles, and they just get so into it, it's awesome. And yeah, you can get stuff. So, what I wanted to get to is I never noticed that. I only really played the story in Fallout on one playthrough. The other playthroughs I had were just I played through the side quests and stuff. But Fallout 4, we only ever got to him once whenever he was older. We only ever saw him as a baby, so I never noticed the difference.
And I didn't like him.
Yeah, I wonder what Keanu Reeves' son's gonna look like. Is it gonna look like mini Keanu Reeves?
I hope.
I know, right? So you're able to be a child in space? I don't know. That's that. Iro, if only you knew to go into the Discord and ask the questions. So we got 1 and 2. We got to jump up to 3. Oh, I know why they're out of order, because towards the end of it, they started going back and adding stuff. Oh, well, hello. There's a bunch to this one. For those of us who have never played a Bethesda game studio game and will be starting with Starfield, what information should we know that will make the experience more impactful right from the start? How deep should we go into creating our character's backstory before we start the game? I get that's a pretty good question, I guess.
Skyrim, it wasn't really a big deal.
No, and we talked about that last time, how it's like, if you picked a race, does that matter? Not really. It was all aesthetic. So Emil said, well... we always make our games for fans both old and new, so you can jump in without ever having played a Bethesda title before. Well, this is pretty different from the last ones anyway. Will said, while we do start you off in the same spot, what happens to you before the game starts is totally up to you and your headcanon. I don't think they said much else about it. But we like to look at it less as a game and more about living in the universe we created. I guess that goes for
That's
Fallout
such a Bethesda answer.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. So settle in, go at your own pace, and pretty soon you'll learn all the systems and be adventuring through the settled systems the way you choose. Not completely aesthetic in Skyrim, for instance, the Khajiits had strong punching attacks, if I'm not mistaken. We kind of talked about that too.
But was it so much of a difference that it was a huge bonus to be a different race besides, like, I like to look like a reptile.
But Khajiit has wares.
But Argonians are reptilians.
Good point. Good point. What else did they say? Oh yeah, Will got into the traits. There is a trait and background system that will let you specify more about yourself, but you can also select an anonymous background and no traits if you want.
Oh, John Wick.
Yeah, I like that. I didn't read that one earlier. In terms of if you've never played a Bethesda game studio game before, try anything. We're a simulation as well as a role-playing game, so we try to support the player doing what they want as much as they want. And then Emil came back and said, as for going into a character's backstory, that's entirely up to you. I'm all about the head canon. For example, my latest character is a working schlub named Mitch Dombrowski. Okay. He's a husky, good-natured space trucker, and while he'll do whatever he needs to defend himself, he'll never shoot first. He's like Han Solo's sweeter. I was about to say sweater. Older brother. And yes, there are traits and backgrounds that support that kind of thing. Okay. Argonians had the Hiskin ability that was pretty good. Oh.
I was never an Argonian.
What did we play as whenever we played together?
Elf. It was one of the elves. I think he was a dark elf. Eliel.
Yeah, I wanted to see them answer this.
Well, I mean, this game makes sense in VR.
But also, it makes sense why there wouldn't be VR. It is so detailed. Like, there is a lot of detail. It would be rough, I'm pretty sure. I feel like there's going to be some sort of VR port later. Or some spin-off. They've put so much...
Yeah, because it would be cool flying the ship in VR. Come on.
Yeah. All right, so question 4. This is for you. How will the smuggling cargo system work? Can we hide it somewhere on the ship and sell it for more currency later? Asked by Damon. Will said certain items are considered contraband, and you'll need to smuggle them past security ships that are in orbit of major settlements. Emil said there are specific items that are considered contraband, meaning they're pretty much illegal everywhere. And yes, you can hide them using specific ship modules you can purchase. So, don't get caught with those harvested organs. The economy is fixed, but prices are bought and sold goods can change based on the skills you choose. Harvested organs.
I'm harvesting so many organs. I don't know if they're going to be in coolers or not, or if I'm just going to throw them in the cargo space. Just, I pick up a kidney, and it's just like, hey, you need one of these? Highest bidder.
That'd be pretty funny. Similar to No Man's Sky, Iroh, I want to say, is going to be pretty similar. Like, of course, I have a thought I'm trying to, like, put into words. It's going to be, like, I feel, the Bethesda take on No Man's Sky. So not as infinite, but a bunch of planets.
But more detailed.
Yeah, more quests, more...
Things are closer together, prettier. Well, that's
subjective, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that is.
But yeah, No Man's Sky is very much built on exploration and discovery, while this has like
and procedural
more
generation.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. No Man's Sky is strictly procedural generation. Starfield is procedural generation, but has a lot of handmade content also.
Yeah.
So, question 5: will there be a jail system if we commit crimes? This is asked by 3 different people. Oh, you ain't ready. Will said, yes, you can elect to go to jail or pay a fine when you're arrested. Or even resist arrest and try to escape. Yeah. Emil said, yep.
Wait, who's going to elect to go to jail?
I know, right? Take me...
I'm burning out.
There's a reason to go to jail. What if there's like a certain quest line or something? You gotta
Gotta
sneak
get the
into
drugs
jail.
into jail.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, you harvest the organs
from the jail, and then you break out of jail, and then you gotta run from the cop. That's fun.
That's
side
my
quest.
kind of side quest.
Okay, I think we've got our own little side stories going on without even playing the game. Emil added on to that. Yep, the settle system is more like Skyrim than Fallout 4's Commonwealth in that regard. You bunch of criminals. There's civilization, there's government, and there are laws. And in a couple cases, we actually explore the themes of crime and punishment in our futuristic universe. So, I guess my question is, I wonder how much detail that's going to go into. Is it going to be something like we just said, where it's like, there might be some sort of side quest where you have to go, or something to do if you are in jail, or is the sole purpose like you go to jail, you got to wait or break out? You know, is it going to be that simple?
It's kind of simple. I mean, it's simple in Skyrim, but I feel like they would have a little more of something to do in there.
Yeah, I know, because how long ago Skyrim released?
Not just that, it's just, it'd be cool if there was something, you know, a little more to do.
Yeah,
with it.
I guess that's what I'm kind of getting at. I'm like, there's enough time to think about it and build upon that kind of concept, and maybe they've done that with this game. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see and get arrested, but we ain't getting arrested. We're running from the law.
I dodged them warrants.
All right, question number 6. Will time pass when not in the game? For example, will my trade routes, outposts, and mining operations continue to produce?
No.
Or does it only occur while actively playing? Emil said the sim only runs when you're actively playing. No sleeping on the job.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a very simple question and answer. Question number 7. Can you do a double agent can you be a double agent in the game? For example, if you join the United Colonies, can you also join the Crimson Fleet and give the United Colonies information? And what factions have that feature if they do? Okay, this is where it kind of gets into spoiler territory, I guess, but it's just simple, basic, like, beginning of the game stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they'll introduce
I'm not too worried about, like, talking about it, but
if
you
fall?
really... I don't know, I don't see anything. If you're really worried about spoilers, it might be a good time to kind of click away. So, unless you read it while I was talking about that. All right, Will said, all the playable factions can be completed independently. And that's something I wanted to talk about with you, because that was the way, I was trying to click that one. That was the way Skyrim was?
What?
With factions and stuff. You could just do everything in one playthrough, right? Fallout 4, you couldn't.
Yeah.
I keep
Hold on, I'm trying
back.
to think.
I'm on the wrong part
because, you could... Wait, no. Like, you couldn't be a vampire and a werewolf at the same time.
Okay.
Which kind of made sense because it's two different things.
Yeah. Wait, was that DLC?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the vampires were.
Okay.
But the main ones, I think you had to pick Nord or Imperial because they were at war. But I would just do whatever.
I know.
And they wouldn't mess with me.
Oh, actually, Scott, tell them about your companions in Skyrim.
How many did I have? I never did the vampire storyline because the lady would follow you. Oh, yeah, the Stormcloaks. Yeah. So, God, the Stormcloaks.
I remember that. I remember.
So,
those.
I forgot her name. Oh, like, I want to call her Serena or something, but I'm making that up. It starts with an S. I'm really bad at that, but I never finished the quest. That way, she would just be my follower. Then I had my girl Gertie, Uthgerd. I forgot her actual name. I called her Gertie. She died. R.I.P.
I remember that.
That
Sad
hurt
day.
me. I had to go find her dead body to make sure she was dead because I thought she was just caught on a mountain. She was dead, y'all. It hurt. I took her house key. Okay, and also Serana. Yep. And I also had Barbas, who was annoying as hell, but I had to get rid of him because he wouldn't let me fight the dragon on Dragon's Reach. Yeah, he would just sit there talking to it like, "What you gonna do?" Or I forgot what he said. Yeah, that dog sucked. So I got rid of him. But I had all of these followers at once. I think my max was 4.
Yeah, you glitched the game so hard.
No, it wasn't glitching. It's just the if you don't return the people, they follow you.
Well, okay, you exploited the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I will exploit this.
No, we're gonna get to that. You're gonna really enjoy this. Well, let's finish this because this gets
Lydia.
really cool. Oh, Lydia. Let's see. So yeah. Going back to the question because we got all sidetracked. Can you be a double agent in the game? Will said all the playable factions can be completed independently.
Nice.
Emil said, "Ha, that is exactly what you can do. Infiltrate the Crimson Fleet for United Colonies system defense is specific to the quest line." Will said the Crimson Fleet storyline does feature you being an undercover agent inside the fleet on behalf of the United Colonies system defense, a specific military branch of the United Colonies. But whether you betray the fleet or United Colonies is a choice you will get to make. And that kind of goes back to what they talked about in one of the videos, probably Starfield Direct, where they were saying you will have choices to make. So I didn't know what extent they would go, but that's kind of cool.
I want to know if the choices will be, like The Witcher. They actually have an impact, not just, a long-term impact, not just like, oh, do you kill this person or let them live, and then further down the line you let them live and, they blew up your house or something.
I don't know. I mean, in a way, it seems like that's going to be, just from reading that, basing my speculation on that, I feel like it's going to be that in-between point between like the traditional Bethesda games where it's pretty cut and dry and like Witcher style decisions. As far as like longevity of those decisions, I'm not sure. Maybe the fleet would hate you or something and you can't trade with them, kind of like with Fallout 4. Maybe it'll be like that. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But Emil also said, in the studio, I have been, half jokingly, accused of referencing movies that some folks have never seen because I'm old. God, I feel that. So with this particular plot line, the inspiration was very much the movie Donnie Brasco, which is a true story of an FBI agent who infiltrates the mafia. How far will you go? Do you know what movie that is?
I've heard of the movie. I have no idea what it's about.
I don't even think I've
That's
ever
the
heard
first
it.
information I've heard of it.
Well,
Of the plot.
But that sounds like a really cool quest line. Like, I would like to play up until the very end and like not make a decision at all because I would be too stressed out.
Oh, you just have your
have the companion do it.
There
yeah,
you go. For
right.
people with anxiety.
Oh, that's gonna be
Make
nice.
a companion
Take
do it.
all my anxiety out on my companion. All right, where's question number 8? Up here. All right, now they're in order. Question number 8. Depending on the traits selected during character creation, will it at all be possible to play through the game in a pacifist mode, i.e. without killing anyone or even potentially anything?
No.
Yeah.
You have to
I'm gonna spoil
fight
it.
in space. Come on.
You have to fight. Well, no, I get what they're referencing. There's the speech challenges. You can use your companion to do certain things for you. Maybe you can just stealth your way through things, I don't know if it was available to do that or if people kind of cheese their way through it on other games, but I know it has been done on... I'm specifically remembering Fallout 3, but I think the person just tried to not get damage. I don't remember. It's a long time since I read that. So, Will said, I can't guarantee every mission can be completed in pacifist mode, but we do have a couple of systems that will help. Emil said, so we talked about this very on during pre-production, whether or not we would fully support a non-lethal playthrough. We realized that for various reasons that wasn't totally feasible. I wonder what that means. Like,
well, I mean, you're gonna get attacked, and
I guess you have.
I don't think you can always run away.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of right off the bat, again, with very limited knowledge of what's going on.
I'm thinking of, space battles. Like, if you can't outrun the ship.
Yeah. But no, the gameplay trailer. Oh, you were in the other room when I watched
probably
it.
certain quests.
You know how in that one clip you go into like the first building and there's that whiteboard with the like creature drawn on it.
Mm-hmm. The thing.
I feel like this is all my speculation, but I feel like that's the first like dungeon, and that's your first boss. So maybe you can sneak past everyone, but in order to like actually get through it, you have to. Yeah. So. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know. So we'll expand on that. One system is our speech challenge game, where you can persuade someone to do something like not fight you, which we've actually seen in the previews.
Yeah, they threw a copy of Skyrim at him, I think.
Oh, that's what we're doing. Emil said, now, that being said, there are some good non-lethal options, whether through dialogue or by using a non-lethal weapon. Those can be used in certain situations, honestly a lot of situations, though I couldn't comfortably say you can complete the entire game without any killing whatsoever. Someone's going to figure it out. Someone's going to figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Just to do it.
Yeah, just to do it. Like, oh, y'all said I couldn't? Watch. The settled system is mostly civilized, but it can be a dangerous place if you're going off the beaten path. And you're absolutely going off the beaten... Yeah. I'm going to spend an hour doing this story, get into it a little bit, and then bam! 3 hours later, I'm somewhere else. So what non-lethal weapons do we know about so far? That...
Marble gun.
A marble gun. I do know that there are some environmental effects that kind of go into play. Like, there was one building in some of the game, the gameplay that they showed, where there's some tanks, and whenever they shoot it... Oh no, Iro, let me know if you didn't get this answer. Whenever they shoot it, it freezes everyone. So maybe there's a gun, because there was one in Fallout where you would shoot it and freeze people. Then they can't attack you. So I'm guessing something like that.
Okay.
Expanding on that, I don't know. I don't know what else they could do. Just thinking off the top.
You can stun people. I hit them with that taser. Hit them with a Stone Cold Stunner. You know, like
that. Bod Howard,
you could slap them up, you know, paintbrush them a little bit.
Oh, so now you're Jake the Snake.
Always.
All right. Well, you're gonna play Jake the Snake. I'm gonna be Bod Howard.
I should make Jake the Snake. Have a huge like snake paint job on my.
You can be part of the I think it's called the Great Serpents. We're gonna get to that in a minute.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Nope, but I'm about to be
it's
Jake
a religion.
the Snake.
It's a religion.
Hey, that makes sense.
No, it sounds
that
crazy.
Makes sense.
It does.
Okay.
We're gonna get to that in another question because they go. Actually, I think it's the next one. So let's finish this one real quick. This settles. Let's see. We'll add it to that. The speech challenge game is added in specific scripted moments, and we try to add one into most quests where important characters confront you. Okay, so it seems like there's always going to be an option to persuade something, at the very least.
Oh, you better put that persuasion up.
Yeah.
That way you have like all dialogue options available.
All right, here's a really fun one. Question 9. What are the beliefs and basic history of the religions we can join? Sanctum Universum, Enlighten, Great Serpent. That's what I was trying to say, Great Serpent. I couldn't remember the name. This is a fun one. So, okay. Emil said, okay, so this one. Will, yeah. Emil.
A net gun.
Oh, that would be fun. That'd be a lot of fun.
For the animals, too.
What if you could capture them?
I know.
Like,
put them on the ship.
That's a good idea.
I'd have mine overrun with animals.
Do you remember the bags in Fallout around the super mutants where they just be bags of meat
bags?
Yeah, just a little creature all up in the ship. That'd be messed up.
That's cruel. That's animal cruelty. Right? Alien cruelty.
They're going to pull us over and take us to space jail.
The wildlife and fisheries.
The wildlife and space fisheries. You're trying to fish for them space whales. All right, so going back to the religion question. Emil said, existing IRL religions are part of Starfield universe, with folks of all religions and denominations out there. But we don't really focus on them. Instead, we highlight 3 new ones specific to the game. Will said, the Sanctum Universum is only a couple decades old in our timeline, but has gained a lot of prominence. They believe that God is out there, somewhere in the universe, and that humanity's ability to travel to the stars bring us closer to God. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Emil said,
What?
Emil said, Sanctum Universum, the members called Universals, believe that God very much exists somewhere in the universe. Did I just read that or did they just repeat it? I think it kind of repeated. That a higher power is guiding us all. Specifically, they believe that humanity's ability to travel in the universe and grav jump is God's way of saying, I'm out here, come find me. Will said the Enlightened are an atheist group that focus on humanitarian and community work. They believe that life is something every person has to take responsibility for, so that if we want the world to be a better place, we have to do it. Emil said, okay, expanding on the Enlightened, these folks are essentially organized atheists. They don't believe in any kind of higher power. Rather, they teach that human beings have to take care of each other, and they practice what they preach through various community outreach programs. House Varun. Oh boy. So in the game, you're not really sure what the complete truth is, but the gossip among the guards is this. A colony ship set off for a new world, making grav jumps along the way. After one of the grav jumps, one of the passengers claims he spent that time communicating with a celestial entity known as the Great Serpent. What was a few seconds for everyone else was much longer for him. And he bought back a mandate, which is basically get on board or be devoured by the Great Serpent encircling the universe.
Shinron.
Shinron.
Oh, Universe Shinron. Big Shinron.
Oh, yeah, Big Shinron.
I think he had a different name. Big Shinron.
Big Shinron. Is it true? I ain't saying. So in the game, you sometimes face off against House Varun Zealots as an enemy group, and that's their motivation. I've recently got the House Varun logo tattooed on my... Oh, cool. Nice. So yeah, I dig them. I want to see the logo. Yeah, there's our crazy cult religion. They're going to be the ones popping in and screaming something at us like, Shinron's coming!
I'm making Jake the Snake.
Making Jake the Snake, and you're going to be part of the House Varun? I wonder if I'm saying that correctly. Do you see that?
I mean, how?
It looks like the Viking.
Oh, well, that's what you're about to say.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's see. Question 10. How many companions total will we be able to recruit? This is what... Yeah, there's a lot of questions for you in this. How many companions total will we be able to recruit? Will said there are over 20 named characters who can join your crew. Emil also said over 20, and we really focus on the members of Constellation. What Will said. Will also said 4 of them are from Constellation and have the most story and interaction with the player.
And
but
you know who
all
that
of
is.
but all of the named characters have their own backgrounds and can follow you around and carry yourself.
Oh yes.
So who was it?
Let's see. We got
Sarah?
Barrett.
Okay, Barrett. Sam Coe, and what's her name? Sarah.
We gonna say her name was Sarah. Her name was Sarah.
Yeah. So those are the 4 companions you can more than likely romance too. So that's why they have the most interactions. Where was I? Okay, Emil said, when we first began Starfield pre-production, we looked back at our previous games and realized how popular and effective the companions were, much like you were saying.
I love them.
So they were a big priority for us, and we really wanted to tie them directly to the main quest. There are some really big moments with them specifically. I should also mention that our companion voice cast is amazing. We haven't released the list yet, but you can be sure there are a lot of talented actors bringing those characters to life. Same for Constellation in general.
I feel like Keanu Reeves is doing something, and I want him to.
Oh, man, don't do that to me.
I don't know. I would love that.
Oh, I would love that. Let's see. I think they added on something in here. Because... they said some... Okay, Emil. Oh, in addition to the companions, you can also hire generic crew workers to work at your outpost or on your ship. That's what I was looking for. So not only do we have the 20 plus companions...
I know, pack mule
we can
companions.
Have random people.
Everyone's carrying my stuff.
That
way, they can get caught with the body parts and the drugs, and I just go about my smuggling day.
Someone asked also, will companions be able to walk alongside us while exploring planet surfaces, or will they something?
One.
What?
You can ask one crew. It seems
yeah. Well, let's see. You can ask a crew member to follow you around. They'll stay on your side like our previous
I was going to
games.
have my whole ship crew walk around with me.
I know you. I know how you play. Like
all
I said,
with laser guns.
Watching her play... Uh-oh.
Ooh, indeed.
I wonder who the pack mule companion's going to be.
For Fallout 4, it was Strong.
I like Strong a lot. Which makes sense.
I wanted to give him the milk of human kindness.
I know. I was so disappointed that wasn't an actual point in the game. I thought we had to look for it until we looked it up and saw it wasn't.
You tried to give him milk so many times.
It's always fun watching Skymoo play a game that she can have people follow. Like when we
Minecraft?
When we would play Minecraft, she would have the max amount of wolves.
10. And
what happened at one time? I accidentally hit you or something? Or you jumped in front of me?
Yeah, you accidentally hit me because it's Minecraft, and he got torn apart by these wolves. Just absolutely ripped apart.
It was really
But then
funny.
I learned I could hit you and get all my wolves to attack.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Oh, yeah.
But then going back to Skyrim, because it's related to Starfield, she had... you exploited it. exploit them
I think I had like
companions.
4. I don't want to say 5.
Did you color their collars? Oh, by the way, what's up, dwarf? How's it going?
No, I did not.
You didn't? I thought you did.
Because they would just die, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because I would be running around in the dungeon, or they'd run down the mine
And
shaft.
gets caught up in the lava. All right, let's go to question number 11. When we assign crew members to work at Outposts, do we have to pay them salaries? Emil said, you just pay them once. We actually experimented with paying them regular salaries, but ultimately decided just to have one cost up front.
Nice.
Will said, yep, one-time payment. You can use a speech challenge to negotiate over. Some traits also affect the cost. Emil added,
I want the cheapskate traits where it's like, I'm cheap.
They got him. Oh, you're going to have a playthrough, man. Emil said, there's a lot to do in Starfield, and we wanted to minimize what the player had to do. The player had to constantly keep track of. I get where they're coming from. It makes sense to have to like pay them over time. Like I know the kid stuff trait. You have to send a percentage of your credits every week or every month to your parents. Yeah.
Says who?
And then I think if you take the trait to if you take the trait to have a home at the beginning, you have a mortgage right off the bat. So you got to pay your mortgage.
Oh, like that guy wanted. You could wreck the economy.
Oh, come on. So there was a video back in the day, you know,
Way back in the day.
Fallout 3, Skyrim times. This is before Fallout 4. And in it, this guy was upset because he couldn't wreck the economy of cities in Skyrim. So that has been a joke between us ever since then. I wonder if you can wreck the economy.
It would only
in
take
Starfield.
one dragon and
Oh, no.
Falkreath to wreck their economy. They wiped out a main quest character on Dagon Yeetus's game, and they were dead. Like,
yeah, I forgot about that.
he tried to go to the previous save; it had already saved.
Yeah, he couldn't do it.
No, he
That
couldn't.
Sucked.
It was
But-
funny.
Yeah, I see where it makes sense to pay them a regular salary, but like, come on, man, it's a game.
Yeah, it's a
I
game.
don't feel like doing all
it's
that.
a game. Don't make me pay a mortgage.
Don't pick the trait.
I'm not.
I'm not either. All right, question.
Got a real mortgage. I don't want an in-game mortgage.
No, right? Like, don't give me 2 mortgages. I got 1. Question number 12. Will our companion be able to level up their perks? Will their perks stack with ours? Will said, all crews start with a set of skills at specific ranks. Emil said they don't level up, but they come at different ranks depending on the companion. Will added, so you might meet a character that's especially good at rifles, and you hire them to watch your back. Or you might meet an astrodynamics expert that will increase your grav jump range when assigned to your ship. Oh. Okay, I get it. So the skills impact like your overall gameplay. It's not just that one person doing something for themselves. That's pretty good. I like that. Emil added on that. Well, we call them skills in Starfield, and they do stack with yours when relevant. Some are there for flavor to highlight the companion's background and interests, but you really feel the benefit of the ship and combat-related ones. Getting a boost to your shields or seeing your companion laying down fire with a weapon they're proficient in are pretty sweet moments. Okay, well, I know what I gotta look out for now. Question number 13. What are your favorite parts of the game? Emil shipping it.
See, the end.
But seriously, folks. Will said, I love finding content that I haven't seen yet or forgot about. Our games are so big that no one person is likely to have seen it all, even after all of our passes and levels of review. This is funny. Emil said, because of my position, my experience is a little different than yours. I won't speak for Will, but personally, I've seen every quest line, every city, every major piece of content in the game at every stage of development. So my answer is colored by that. For me, the real pleasure is seeing how they've all evolved in the version they are today. The versions everyone here will play. I have a real soft spot for Neon. Yeah, Neon. Getting the city nailed down took a lot of work by a lot of different people, and the result is really the cyberpunk settlement I've always hoped it would be.
So, are they gonna do Cyberpunk better than Cyberpunk did? Better than
That's
CD
kind of
Projekt
jacked
Red?
up. That's messed up. I don't know.
Oh my
On
god!
launch,
And then
on
you get
launch.
Keanu to voice someone.
If Keanu's in the game, he's gonna be in Neon City. So who's the dude with the minigun, and where can I get them? I don't know
Out of
who has a
Companions,
minigun.
you give him a minigun.
If you get Sam Coe.
Yeah.
I'd give Sam
Oh,
Coe a
you're gonna
minigun.
get
Or
stuck
Barrett.
with you're gonna get stuck with Sam Coe. Oh,
me or Iroh?
No, Iroh.
Iroh.
Oh.
Oh.
Don't do that to yourself.
Sam Coe looks like Preston Garvey.
I feel like he
Starfield.
is Preston Garvey.
Another settlement needs your help. Anyway.
I'm gonna shoot him in the face.
Who's Sam Coe? I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and let
No,
him
no, no,
talk.
no, no. I'm gonna let him talk. But if he says another settlement, if anyone
That's it.
anyone says another settlement needs your help, they're getting shot in the face, point blank.
Yeah. Let's see. Did we answer all? Oh, okay. Emil, I also love all the quest lines. I think they're the best we've ever done. The designers on this project totally killed it. That gets me excited because I've always enjoyed the quest lines and stuff, even the side quests. Will said our quests really evolve over development, and it's great to see how everyone adds to them. Designers, animators, voice actors, lighting, everything. So did they add anything else to this one? Emil, I do different playthroughs with different characters. I always make my spy assassin dude. One of my characters now is a version of the barbarian character I play in all kinds of fantasy games. I have a scumbag space outlaw dude, all kind of playstyles. Man, they played this game a lot. I get it. You're working on it. You have
like it's
to,
their job.
But it's nice to see that they actively seem to want to too.
True.
So it's always good to see a developer really enjoys their game. Yeah. Multiple playthroughs. You wouldn't do that if you didn't like it. Question 14. What books or movies had a big influence on some of the quests? So Will said, I'm a history nerd, so I actually listen to a lot of podcasts like Hardcore History and the History of Rome. Well, I got more podcasts to listen to now. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts at work. Emil said, well, I'm a child of the late 70s, early 80s, and I have a very fond memory of the sci-fi of the time, so let me think. Will came back in and said, while our game is science fiction, I like how historians can tell you about how human beings react to extreme circumstances, like war, famine, and technological breakthroughs, and you can imagine how we react to similar circumstances in a fictional setting, just at a grander scale. I get that. Alright, Emil has a list. Star Wars, OG Battlestar Galactica, Space 1999, never heard of that one. Buck Rogers, Battle Beyond the Stars, Ice Pirates.
Isn't Battle Beyond the Stars like... No, I don't want to say that's what Star Wars was based off of. I might be making that up. I swear I
have no
just
idea.
read that this morning, though.
That'd be, yeah, probably. And let's not forget the classics. That is Metal Storm, The Destruction of Jared Sin. I think I actually saw that one in 3D. Battlestar Galactica. I've never never watched Battlestar Galactica. I watched a little bit of Star Wars,
No Star Trek.
Yeah, the classic sci-fi shows I've never watched.
I don't think you... Oh, yeah, you just watch sci-fi movies about aliens.
Yeah, I like aliens. Let's see. I think they actually mentioned some of it, but also much headier sci-fi stuff, like the writings of Arthur C. Clarke and Robert Heinlein, or films like Contact, Interstellar. Love Interstellar.
Contact.
2001: A Space Odyssey. We haven't finished watching that when I fell asleep. And even Event Horizon. In all of those examples, you realize that outer space is two things: a source of
Starship
mystery.
Troopers.
A mix of mystery and wonder, sometimes terror, and a giant blank page on which you can write any story. And we have written a lot of very different stories in Starfield. I think that's why I like the crazy alien space movies, because it can be completely out there and it doesn't matter.
But you also like your hard science.
I do like my hard science. We're gonna use that. Like I like the nerdier parts of Interstellar and stuff. What else do we have?
He loves The Arrival.
The Arrival. Yeah, we've had a big discussion on The Arrival. The ending we can both agree on was
Dry. Lackluster.
Okay, yeah. I love the approach to it though. And what was your opinion?
You like the creatures and the language. I like the language and the way it looked. And
yeah.
The story really at the end just.
I get that. Will said, we do love writing in-game books. We know.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, what, you didn't expect that? You didn't expect that to come back?
Who writes these? AI. That's a good job for AI.
I feel like to an extent, yeah. Will's t-shirt game is sick, I know. Most of them have cats or dinosaurs.
I like both of these things.
Thanks. I get a lot
of
my... What?
Did he just
drop the whole link to the t-shirts? All right.
Hey,
all T's 50. Bruh, someone hit the bruh sound effect, man. Like, I gotta go look at this later.
I know.
Space Cat t-shirt. Yeah, I want the Vast Calico shirt.
Bruh.
Thank you, Dwarf. Yeah, so if anyone needs that, it's threadless. All t-shirts 50. And yes, Will does have some cool shirts in the Starfield videos. Let's see if there's anything else added. Will, okay. Any specific myths you like? Ishtar's Descent, Gilgamesh, The Fall of Icarus. I was a fan of Greek and Norse myths as a kid. The stories are very big and characters are flawed and have clear motivations.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that they're also like history nerds and sci-fi nerds, and that means they probably got a lot
of the stuff.
Yeah.
Vasco da Gama.
Exactly. So Emil added, I love space games, love the original Elite and Elite Dangerous. Privateer was a huge influence. There's one, Cowboy Bebop inspiration. Oh, hell yes. And love The Expanse. What's The Expanse? There was one game that I wanted to talk about on the last series. Actually, this is something we're going to have to dig into apparently. But Traveler, which is like the space sci-fi Dungeons and Dragons. Apparently, it relates to what Starfield seems to be. And someone broke it down on like a Reddit thread one day. So I'll have to go and find that Reddit thread one day and check it out. Because it was very interesting at the very least. All right. So question 15. 2 more to go. What are some favorite small details in Starfield to add to the immersion? Emil said, I think what I really love is that although humans are living in space and our aesthetic is very much NASA punk, this is a very lived-in universe, and you can see it everywhere. That's what I really like about their stuff. It is very detailed. It seems, well, from the previews, it seems very detailed. Like all the buttons on stuff. And
this is random, but the only thing that made me like really mad in Fallout was Sturgis would sit there banging on that metal, but that wasn't even the bad part. You know, he was fixing up the neighborhood, and you fix it up, and it never gets better.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, can you improve the neighborhood just a little bit? Everything doesn't have to look that dirty.
All right, let's see. Let's keep going with this one. I look really closely at all our outfits. You can see seams, materials, especially on the spacesuits. Constellation members have patches on their spacesuits and they tie to the skills they have. Actually, that was noticed a few days ago by people in the community. So that is a really cool little detail. Emil said, everyone loves sandwiches, but it's the books that are lying around, the notes on the bulletin boards, the environmental storytelling that our level designers and world artists are so good at. Yeah, they are pretty good at it. Books.
That's a quest. You might as well start picking up the books because that's a quest.
Starfield 76. Hey, 2376, right? It seems like it would lend well to a multiplayer game. Honestly.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, you could at least, even a little, even if it was only in space or something, or there was a planet where you go meet your friends on a base and y'all go dogfight or something.
Like No Man's Sky was.
Yeah.
When it first, that would be really cool. But I feel like knowing that it's single player right away, I feel like it would have to be some sort of spin-off in the future. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, I did want to point this out though. So wait, Emil said, I'm a slow typer. Oh my god. And somewhat,
that coffee?
Yeah, the coffee got me. I'm a slow typer and somewhat typo obsessed. Totally love the work from our voice actors too, and the music, and the sound effects, and the clothes, buttons. We do love our buttons. I love the buttons. The clothes look great.
I want
You've
some
seen the
I want
textures
like
and
some
stuff?
good fashion, like
Neon.
some space Yeah,
Neon. You
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
you aliens? You like the fashion of them aliens?
my aliens are hot. HAWT, hot.
Then we've got so they're doing something with Adam Savage, where he's making a model
Okay, I thought that was
of this
him.
starship. Yeah, it's pretty cool looking from what I've seen. I've only seen the little clip. I haven't watched the whole video. All right, last question, everyone. Last question. This is what I wanted to know. What is the history of the mechs?
Their sense.
So, oh my God, their sense. All right, the mechs. Emil came in. Good one. So we showed this a bit in one of the animated shorts. The mechs are leftovers from the Colony Wars. Note, it's Colony War and not Colony War, singular. Wait.
But he just said.
You see that too, right? Dance Dance Revolution.
It's colony one.
It's Colony War and not Colony War. It's singular.
Okay,
One
well, he
war.
messed
There
up
was
in the
one.
first
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Oh well, it's one war. One war. Both sides, United Colonies and Freestar Collective, had mechs, but the Freestar Collective really mastered them. The United Colonies had mechs too, but they also relied on the controlled alien beasts from their Xeno Warfare division. Both of those were outlawed with the armistice that ended the Colony War. I'm not saying there's an old mech battleground in the game. I'm typing it. Mechs not usable. No, they're in ruins. Boo. I wanted mechs.
No, it's like a Dwemer ruin. It better not be bright blue or I quit.
I don't know. They say battleground. So I'm not assuming tucked away anywhere. There's probably just an open area. I don't know. We'll have to see. I wanted mechs. But I know either someone's going to mod it in or hopefully it's going to be a DLC. But there's going to be mechs somehow. And that's what I want. So, yeah, I hope everyone... Thank you for the follows, by the way.
When is...
Well... Bye, everyone. I hope you have a good night. And we will see you all Saturday. We'll see you all Friday. I'm waiting for it to end.
But it should go out with it.
Bye, everyone.